Good morning. I'm already a meal in. I had to charge my camera. I thought it was plugged into charge last night, but it wasn't. I had to charge it while I ate my meal. And you guys, can we just get this out of the way that I have genetic dark circles? Like, there's literally nothing I can do about them. I'm not tired. I'm well rested. There's nothing that I can do to stop it. When they invent something, bro, first in line. But until then, as I was saying, every third episode I'm thinking of doing like a physique, like stand in front of the camera, show you guys my body like I did the first episode. Every second episode I'll be doing measurements, but every single episode you guys will be getting a weigh-in. So I'm stepping on the scale so we can just have that in this video, but I want you guys to know that I already had my breakfast and I already drank like a shit ton of water, so that's heavily gonna affect what I weigh on the scale. But I do have it recorded what it was when I woke up first thing in the morning. I know I'm a shitty YouTuber. Next episode I'll do better, I promise. Here's what I've been recording every day off camera, and this was my weight in the morning. I know this is a little messy, but it's raw, you know. I just have really ugly handwriting, and literally this is a good depiction of what happens in my mind every time a thought comes up. Let's talk about that a little bit before, because there's a lot of fluctuation and there was a stall. On day 10, to hit a weight of 109 on the dot is beautiful to me, because I should be gaining a pound every 2 weeks, so half a pound a week. I'm almost 2 weeks in, so I have 4 more days left. And all I need to do is gain 0.6 pounds. I want to talk about the stall. Obviously, like I said before, like this is not being tracked. I'm not tracking my food. I'm not using my fitness pal. I'm not doing anything. There's going to be a lot of trial and error. My weight stalled a little bit in the middle of the week, and I had to make like an active effort to eat a lot like at the end of those few days. And it's just because I talked about this a little bit on my Instagram, but I was getting like a lot of mean comments and DMs. And I guess it just got to me a little bit more these last couple of weeks. But I decided that I'm not really going to be reading a lot of my comments on my Instagram and my DMs. I'm just going to take a long break from it. And that doesn't mean forever, because I really like helping girls through my Instagram DMs and comments. I just need time to sort of learn how to adapt and work around things like this, because all of this is new to me. I haven't been doing this for a really long time, and I know that there's people out there who have been, and I oftentimes like hear them talk about how like things like that get better and you just build a tougher skin. I'm not sad about it at all, so I'm not saying this to get like a lot of kind comments or anything. I honestly don't care. Like then I cared, and which is really funny. I go through these like waves. But for a little bit, I had lost my appetite, and I was just sort of really demotivated just because of the things that I was reading online about myself. It's day 10, and I don't care. My spirit is up, and I'm not letting this affect my bulk, because this is something that I want to do. So I'm taking that break away from Instagram DMs and comments. Even though right now I feel invincible. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I feel like I could read those comments and it wouldn't do anything to me. But I know that I go in waves like that if I kept reading it, it would probably take me back to like where I was being a little unmotivated. But 109 pounds, day 10, I'm happy with it. I'm now going to go get ready and head to the gym. Today I have HIIT cardio and abs. Before I go, I want to mention how in the other video I said that me doing double... Ew, I look like I have a mullet. In the first video, I talked about how I don't think having 2 cardio days for someone who struggles to gain weight is like the best option for a bulk. But I do want to mention that I do think having a list cardio day and a HIIT cardio day in your weekly split is absolutely amazing for gaining muscle. And I do think a variety of cardio is. So instead of just like sprints, if you have a sprint day and a low intensity steady day, I think it's optimal. But for me, it's a little bit more different just on the food aspect of things, but I think it's perfect for muscle building.
Can I follow you back to your room, watching you bloom in the light of the moon? Can I follow you back to your arms, wash it all off in the river of your heart? There's a million different songs that I learned to sing, watching you bloom in the light of the moon. Your loneliness will never be lost on me, so reach out and love, and don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger now.
done with my workout, you guys. Celsius apparently has this new flavor. They don't send me drinks anymore, and I still drink them. That's how you know I love them. They released this new flavor. This is taking the throne for my all-time favorite energy drink. I like the teas more usually, but this one's carbonated and it's taking my favorite. It's starfruit pineapple. Oh my god. I already told you guys that I did sprints and abs today. Dude, sometimes I just feel like on top of the world when I'm doing my sprints. Sometimes I have so much energy and I get through like 12 sprints and I'm like, what? There's only 3 more left. And other days I want to stop at 6 sprints. It's normal, but today was one of the days that I just thought I could do 30 sprints. So I took advantage of it. And I ran my sprints on all 12 speed, except for like the first 2. Really, really happy with today's workout. You guys want to hear something embarrassing? Let me make my protein shake first, and then we can talk about this. By the way, I now drink my protein shake with milk. I was never that girl. I never planned on being that girl, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices. So I came home, right? Like, not too long ago at all. I get a call from the intercom downstairs, and the guy goes,
"Your BF is here."
And I'm like, my BF? He goes,
"Yeah, BF. I'm downstairs. I'm trying to come in."
And I'm like, BF? I don't have a boyfriend. And he's like,
"No, UPS."
That's embarrassing. By the way, when I drink it with milk, and I would shake it with the shaker, it would get caught in like the tips of the top. So now I mix it with the fork first, like this, and then I shake it with the shaker just so all the like powder is gone. I really enjoy being in the gym, and a lot of the times I'm excited to go, but there are days like where I really like don't want to be there at all, especially on my cardio days. It's hard to go to the gym on the days that I don't want to be there, but it's even harder the day after to accept the fact that I like let myself down. When it's just like an hour of my day. So I get in there every single time. I made these ground chicken patties, like not today, so I couldn't even show you guys me making them, but it's not complicated. I get ground chicken, I flatten it, I season it, and I cook a packet into like 4 patties, and I make little burgers from them. So I'm gonna have 2 today, and I'm toasting the little thin breads right now. It just popped, you heard it. Look at this. This is a staple, literally all the time for me. I just change it up either ground chicken, ground turkey, but I eat this literally all the time. And I also put a little bit of Armenian cheese in there. Every hour or every 30 minutes that I don't spend shoving something into my mouth, I'm afraid that I am falling behind.
Can I talk my shit again?
My nails grow super fast and super long. And the issue is I play video games, so I can't have them be long because it like fucks up my game. I can't click the keyboards well when my fingernails are long. But I also, I don't know what I'm going to get done yet. I'm on my way right now. I took my Misfits bar as a snack to go. This is the chocolate caramel flavor. It's literally Twix. I don't know if any of you have ever ate plant-based bars. This is the best plant-based bar to exist. If you've never had plant-based bars, they taste different than, regular bars. And if they're not loaded with, artificial sugars, let's say Lenny and Larry's is literally like a sugar cookie, it tastes terrible, but this bar is so good. They don't manufacture in the US yet. You can order online though, and I have a code. It's DG20. But once they start making these bars in the US, they're just gonna take over. I'm so convinced. I finished it. Here's my nails. Here's the complete thing. I sort of think it's cute. I sort of don't think it's cute. But if you're curious right now, I want to walk. Dude, I used to go on daily walks. My apartment, I like it. My issue with my place is I get 0 natural sunlight. The lady working on my nails did tell me that I have strong hands, so no big deal. We're back. I'm gonna make my green drink. The reason I like to blend some of my greens and just drink them is because too much high volume foods and eating them gets me full so fast, and I just can't. On a bulk, I'm already full all the time. If I'm eating a lot of veggies, do you guys hear my dishwasher? If I'm eating lots of veggies, I'm just gonna be full off of things that don't have that aren't really calorie dense, which means they don't have a lot of calories. So I'm getting full off of let's say 50 calories, and it's really not gonna help me at all with this mission I'm on. This is what I'm gonna be putting in my green drink today. I've got celery. I've got this Power Greens thing. You guys, I don't know if you guys ever saw that video where this is supposed to be pre-washed, but it's not. People wash it and shit comes out of it, so I've been traumatized ever since. and I wash them all the time. I have cucumbers, 2 cucumbers, and I'm throwing in a mango. Also, here's another little like hack thing I'm doing. Because I'm sort of a little bit behind, and also I had that little setback with I didn't gain that much weight, I'm adding avocado to this drink. I don't know if this is stupid, but does anyone else find it weird that we only wash our fruits and veggies with water? I can't imagine like putting hand soap on my veggies, but sometimes I feel like, is water really doing anything? Things like an apple, what is that water doing? Right? It's just like sliding off of it. Is it even cleaning anything?
What goes around comes back around.
I put the smallest bit of water, it just needed some help. Taste test. My green drink is back there. I'm doing a hip mobility YouTube video, and Tom Merrick, 12-minute hip mobility following.
With this routine, we're going to be focusing a lot around this position that I'm in currently.
I just wish it had more flavor, but this is something that I literally eat all the time. I'm getting ready to head to bed, which means it's time for my skincare routine. A lot of you have asked, so I'm just going to show you. I've learned over the years that my skin likes simplicity. Like, I used to use serums, on oils, and that did shit for my skin. The minute I cut it down and I started using like 3 to 4 products is when my skin like responded the best. I start off with cleansing my skin. I use this Korean cleanser. You can't buy it everywhere, but it is beautiful. It's good for sensitive skin. Isn't harsh. It's light. It's foamy. You gotta pat your face dry. While my face is dry, but like a little damp, same brand. Again, highly recommend. Okay, after the Ordinary Niacinamide. You guys, also the other day I bought this. Guess what made me? TikTok. I use this after my moisturizer and I'm done. I literally have yet to use this, and you need some kind of an oil, so maybe I use this. In the morning, I also put on SPF. Oh, you know what it feels like though? Like, it feels like I need a face massage. Is that a thing? Do people go out for face massages? Like this? I don't know how. Oh. And that's what pisses me off, bro. Like, if I could have one superpower, it would be like to never need sleep. Because, like, think about it. Do people do feet masks? Something that I use every other day, which I will not be using right now. This is the holy grail of my skincare routine. How cute is that peach sign? It's neon too. It like glows. I'm getting ready to like end my day. It just feels really good to like lay down in my bed low-key, because ever since I started this bulk, I've been taking my leg days more seriously than like ever. Not that I wasn't taking it seriously before. Like leg days were obviously like one of the most serious things in my life. But like now that I'm on the bulk, every single time I'm in there for a leg day, even when I'm low energy, you guys, and that happens a lot where I'm low energy, because sometimes I don't get a lot of sleep, which I don't recommend. Recovery and sleep is like so important, especially for muscle growth. So like sort of screwing with myself by doing that. But every time I'm in there for that leg day, like if I'm not feeling it and I don't feel like I'm pushing as hard, like I'm just like, this is literally what makes or breaks your glute gains. Like this is what you need to be focusing on, because the food's there, you know. So every time I'm almost not doing it, I push that extra mile, and I feel like because of that my legs have been like extra tight. And it just feels so good to lay down. If you guys want to see the full what I ate in a day on this bulk, which is just an example of one of my days, you can go on my TikTok. I'm going to post the full thing there. I know I showed you guys some meals here, but TikTok will have the full version. If you're watching this video, it's already up there. My TikTok is literally the same handle as my YouTube. It's Indichi. But yeah, I don't know if you guys remember the last time I recorded in my room, I had like no bed frame. Like how cute is this thing? My little orchids on the side too, and they've blossomed. I mean, some of the petals are dead. I think that comes with having orchids. Like every time I've had an orchid, like even a lot of it blossoms, like maybe one petal falls and then it regrows, you know, like it's a cute little process. My orchids are bulking. I'll show you them right now, hold on. By the way, I saw the comments on my last video that were like, hey, like, sis, maybe you shouldn't, like, expose your entire address. And I thank you. I am making stupid mistakes along the way. And I thought that would be a perfect time to tell you guys actually about how scary it is living alone. I do have, like, things that make me feel more secure now. So that's good. Let me tell you guys about, like, a story. But So my main concern, you guys, was my Wi-Fi. So I stream on Twitch, if you guys did not know that, but I play video games and I'm addicted to them. But I needed fast internet for this, and I needed internet to work for this, and I was just like so excited to get started with this. I had like ordered a new PC, and let's start off by saying fuck Spectrum. Like, if any of you use Spectrum, you know how bad Spectrum is. But listen to this experience that I had. I get the Wi-Fi to come in and it's just literally not working. The only way it works is if it's hardwired, which I guess is good for my PC. Hardwired means the wire is connected to the router to my PC, which is good for my PC, but I also sort of live in a cave and I get zero service. So my phone has a hard time like picking up signal for LTE. So if I don't have Wi-Fi, like I was having a trouble using my phone to edit TikTok videos, which is like obviously a big deal, to edit Instagram videos, which is obviously a big deal. I had issues with my Wi-Fi for like 1 month, and then after that it was like intermittent, like it would just randomly turn off and just be like completely crappy. Super weird. I had a ton of people in the process of that 1 month come and like check my Wi-Fi out and see like what's happening. One time this one guy comes to check my Wi-Fi out. As he's leaving, he's basically like, the reason your Wi-Fi is not working is because you need a new box. I can't remember what he said, but like there's 2 different types of boxes you get. You get a modem and you get a router. He was saying about like you need one of those to be changed. But which is weird because someone on the phone was basically saying that that wouldn't be the issue, or that wouldn't really solve it, that it might be like a wiring issue. It ended up being none of those. Like I really don't know what was wrong with Spectrum, but and he's like, you need your box changed. I don't know what it was. And I was like, okay. He's like, so I'm just gonna come by like tomorrow 11 to fix it for you. And I think this was like a Friday, so the next day was gonna be Saturday. Like, they don't even work on Saturdays. They don't even do services like that on the weekends. But I was just like, oh, okay. And then like as he was leaving, he's like, oh, by the way, like when Spectrum calls and asks you about how the service goes, you don't like don't mention this to them. I'm just gonna do this like on my free time for you. And I was like, okay. But I just said okay and like sent him off. Tell me why, dude. He has my number, by the way, because when Spectrum calls you, they call your number. So they have access to your information like that. So like I'm waiting Saturday, comes 11 a.m. I don't get a call. I'm like, oh, thank God. Like I dodged that completely, right? Tell me why 11 p.m. I get a call from this man. But we're safe now. I just thought that was a funny story to share. So I will be more cautious with what I'm posting. I'm sorry, and thank you to the girls who are looking out for me. Until then, I'll catch you on the next episode of the bulking series. Good night.